every day. But then, they're the ones who made schooling difficult in the first place. Luke would have been perfectly happy with the school around the corner, but no, his mother's middle-class snobbishness means that they have to travel to the other side of town every day. It was Alexa, not him, who made the decision. She was the one who spent hours scrutinising all the local Ofsted reports before selecting the best school in the area, instigated a meeting with the head teacher, and somehow made sure that they all got in, even though they were way beyond the catchment area. So they should be the ones doing the school run every day, not him. And the children really like it when their grandparents are there, he knows. It's good for children to spend time with their grandparents. "You like it when Granny's here, don't you?" he says, even though they haven't seen the grandparents at all today. In the vodka fuzz, he speaks his thoughts as they come into his head. "Sure," says Sparkle. "Granny always makes sure we've had our dinner," Kahira says. "I'm making sure you're fed, aren't I?" Sparkle says, sounding slightly put out. "Yes, but she doesn't do packets," Cormac joins in. "She says they're bad for you," he parrots, shoveling another hot forkful into his mouth. "You don't seem to be doing too badly with that packet," Sparkle says, indicating the tikka masala, still defensive. "Granny always makes sure Max has been fed too," Kahira adds. Max is their bouncy Springer Spaniel. "He has too much energy," says Luke. "Who?" says Sparkle. "Max," says Luke, exasperated that Sparkle can't follow his train of thought. He causes all sorts of problems in the household, that dog. Sometimes Luke wishes they hadn't got him at all. But Lois wanted a damn puppy, and so Luke did the good thing and got her the damn puppy. Anything for a quiet life. "He doesn't have enough walks," says Sparkle. "And whose fault is that?" says Luke. "He shouldn't be left out in the garden so much. He's a working dog. He needs walking at least twice a day. That's what Granny says." "You take him for a walk, then." Sparkle shrugs. "I've already got plenty to do." She might be a good kid and help with looking after the younger two, but she has too much to say for herself at times for an 11-year-old, now being one of those times. But she's right, Luke thinks. Granny and Lois had another huge argument about Max this week and how much exercise the dog gets. Max probably should be taken for a walk more often, but it's not Luke's job. He bought the bloody dog. He's done his bit. He shouldn't have to take it for a walk as well. Granny and Grandpops are starting their retirement. They won't do so much complaining about how we live our lives. "Should we get them a card?" Sparkle asks. Give Sparkle her due, he thinks. The girl is thoughtful about things like that. It wouldn't have occurred to Luke to give them a card. Besides, the insistence on retirement is a further annoyance, which means that, far from getting more help with childcare, Lois and Luke might actually get less support from his folks, which hardly seems fair. Words from the last row he had with his mother float back to him. "We've got lives of our own, Luke. Things we want to do in this next phase of our lives. We're not going to become the children's carers." "But it was you who insisted that they went to that school." "To give your children the best education possible. God knows they need it." "What's that supposed to mean?" But he doesn't need to ask. The answer is always something negative about Lois. She drinks too much. She neglects the children. She should never have had children in the first place. She doesn't take care of the house. She doesn't take care of the dog. She doesn't take care of herself. She can't cook. She has no class. He's heard it all before. He hears it every time he has anything to do with his mother and stepfather. The same old worn arguments. He's spent many years defending Lois against their various accusations. The fact is, no woman was going to be good enough for him in their eyes. Anyway, if his parents are going to be difficult about